And I wanted to talk about growing up in Detroit in the 60s and 70s, what some of your vivid moments from that period of history are.
Well, first of all, I have to say that I had a very vivid experience landing today at the airport. We came in from Chicago and got down, as you do, close to the ground when you're going to land, and then suddenly went back up into the air because the tailwind was too high, and everyone began laughing sort of nervously. And then we went around and tried it again. It was also very, very dramatic.
Well, the publisher has to get you to all these cities.
I was thinking, that's it, you know. Publish the book, number 3, and that's all there's going to be. Well, I just was annoyed after a while that I always had to use Anglo-Saxon names for my characters. That was the first thing, because I started writing stories and they would be about Shelby or or Horton or something like that. And I'm half Irish Kentucky hillbilly, so that's part of me too. But why would it be so odd to have Greek names? So I started just using what was there, and then of course with Middlesex I found that my history was quite useful in telling this epic tale that I told. So I did it mainly because the material was rich. Once you look back, you can say, well, we all became writers, published writers, but they were just your pals. Your pal you got rice pudding with or something. So I can't say it didn't feel anything like what it was an apprenticeship period of sharing work with writers and trying to find our way. In terms of the basic material of my novel, things haven't changed at all because I'm writing about college love affairs and the difficulty of college love affairs. And I've read the book to college audiences now, and they relate to it in a very immediate way. The obvious difference are technological, the internet, cell phones, things like that. I don't think that really matters as much as people think it does in terms of one's experience of life. I didn't mind taking a while to figure out what I was going to do with my work, but it started to be difficult to go to parties and say that, what do you do? I'm a writer. What have you published? Nothing. And
all of you young writers out there,
it started to be, just a little bit embarrassing. So finally, when I got a couple of stories published, I was relieved that I at least could say the name of the magazine and forestall further questioning it.
It was just perfect.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming.